And hello again, folks. Welcome back. Same ship, different day. Let's get into it. Continuing on the Today I Fucked Up wave. First post coming from you/thatthightcat. Today I fucked up by splooging blood on the first date. Well, this sounds interesting. Okay, this happened a little over a year ago, but I was reminded about it after a video popped up again in a group chat. I went out skateboarding and decided to try a trick I've been wanting to film for a while. On the very first try, the board ended up between my legs in the air and I landed on the ground with it vertically impaling my testicles. Ow, 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 holy sh! Was on the ground for a minute, but I guess the adrenaline was still pumping, and after 15 minutes I tried again and landed it. Testes felt really sore afterwards. It hurt just to even touch them. I should have probably stayed home and tended to my gonads, but I was so stoked on landing the trick that I had decided to suck it up and soldier through my evening, which included a first date. The hours leading up to the date, I would periodically feel my sack to gauge the pain. To my surprise, soreness had considerably gone away and I had only felt a little bit of pain, maybe a 3 out of 10, when touching them. I felt confident in the state of my genitals and proceeded to leave for my date. Date goes better than expected, and we end up going back to her place to enjoy some sophisticated adult entertainment.
Sex.
There was a little discomfort during the act, but I fought through the pain till the very end. However, things take a turn for the worse when I pull out the money shot. After I unload my baby batter on this poor girl's stomach, we watch in dismay as a dark red liquid pools around her belly button. Both our eyes are wide while we look at each other in horror. I then remember the incident from earlier, which I had temporarily forgotten during our passionate copulation. I show her the video, which eased some of her concerns, but I could still sense a bit of worry. While I was glad that she was understanding, the awkwardness of the situation was so great that I promptly left after we both got cleaned up. TLDR, I sustained physical trauma to the genitals and came blood on the stomach of a stranger. Edit. Yes, protection was used. It was her idea to finish on her. Edit 2. I did end up seeing a doctor the next day,
Albeit one from a walk-in clinic because I don't have a family doctor.
and he told me that it's quite normal after getting socked in the nuts. Told me to come back if it persisted for a week, but thankfully, the blood nut only lasted another 3 days. No, there's 2 words I never thought I'd be putting together. Blood and nut. Blood nut. Anyways, on to the next. Our next post coming from you/Darwin's Monkey 1. Today I fucked up by saying I was going to teabag my son. My youngest is 9 years old, and he's already better than me at computer games. I've never claimed to be the best gamer, but I've always been able to hold my own against most casual competition, and only come unstuck against seasoned or highly focused opposition. And I've been beating my other 2 kids with relative ease for years, even into their teens. But my youngest, he's different. Whether it's because he's grown up studying my and his siblings' techniques, or he just has a natural grasp of what's required, I don't know. But one thing is clear, he's good, and not just for a 9-year-old. However, I won't let him play online unless it's against people he knows. This is because he's autistic and has no social awareness, so is likely to say something to rile his opponent, which could lead him to receiving abuse, which he's nowhere near equipped to take, and he's limited to short bursts on the Xbox.
Sorry, PlayStation owners.
To keep his anger management in check. So, today I gave all 3 of my kids their main Christmas presents early. My reasoning for this is that they have 2 whole weeks off and need to keep themselves entertained, as me and the missus will still be at work.
They still have enough presents to open on the day.
And my youngest now has his own Xbox. He instantly announced from upstairs that he was going to
Beat my ass!
at Halo and that he was
Going to make me cry like a little baby.
I responded by shouting up to him that I was going to
take him down and teabag him.
My wife neglected to tell me that she was on a family FaceTime call and that her parents, her 3 siblings, and her elderly great aunt had only heard my outburst, completely out of context. Needless to say, I had some explaining to do. Oh, you sure got some splaining to do. And there's still concern that a 9-year-old boy is aware of the concept of squatting over someone's prone face and perform what is essentially a sex act. It's going to be an uncomfortable Christmas at the in-laws. TLDR. I told my son I was going to have my character teabag his character in Halo, and now my in-laws are a little bit upset with me. Thanks for sharing that one, Darwin's Monkey 1. And on to the next story. Next up, from u/girl and 2 cats. Today I fucked up by having an orgasms while throwing up drunk after a long dry spell. I went out partying last night, had one too many tequilas, like I haven't been this drunk in years. When I arrived home, my head was spinning so bad, I almost couldn't make it up the stairs to my apartment or figure out the right key to open the door. Finally inside, I go to pee and make myself throw up so I can go to sleep in peace. I stick my fingers down my throat, but just spit comes out. I keep going at it and start getting wet and horny and all confused at the same time, but still nothing coming out. Drank some glasses of water, pressed my stomach, tried every technique I used before to make myself upchuck after drinking, but nothing is working. Meanwhile, I'm still horny and having some funny thoughts about masturbating after I'm done. Interesting. Very interesting. After what feel like an hour of trying,
But was probably just a few minutes.
when I finally puke, I had the most intense orgasms I had in months. Puke kept coming out of my mouth and my nose, and I kept coming down there. I am projectile vomiting like a hose is attached to my mouth. I thought I was going to die. As drunk as I was, one sober brain cell left is laughing at the fact that I am coming while my head is literally inside the toilet bowl. And because this is the first time I come after a very, very long dry spell. Now I am in bed, hungover as hell. Don't know. Just wanted to share this Tifu. Hope you had a good laugh. TLDR, I had an orgasms while making myself throw up drunk after no sex in a long time. And then there was two couplings of words that I never thought would couple. Blood nut, puking orgasm. A pukegasm, if you will. Go figure. Okay, up next, posted by You Suspicious Survey 6983. Today I fucked up by leaving my door open. So
20F.
after I noticed that my toy needed to be charged. So I plugged it in and ran to freshen up. I left my room door open since I was the only one upstairs. I thought it wasn't going to take that long, but then I heard my roommate's mom making her way up the stairs. I saw her staring at it as I came out of the bathroom. But regardless, I rushed past her to close the door. After that, I didn't come out of my room for like an hour or so, but when I did, I unfortunately had to pass her. As I'm walking, she stops me and asks why I'm in my room all day. I simply told her I have no reason to come out of my room on my days off.
I'm very shy and an introvert.
She looks at me and winks and says,
I don't blame you. We all need that time to ourselves from time to time.
I walk past her embarrassed, do what I need to, and quickly head back to my room. I don't know if I'm overreacting, but now I feel like the whole house knows and it's giving me anxiety. What do I do? TLDR? I left my door open and my roommate's mother saw my sex toy. We ended up having an awkward conversation and now I have anxiety. Well, that's it for now, friends. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Man! Till next time, friends. CB signing off. 07.